Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect and another escape attempt, this time on our recently completed island facility. This is prisoner Quickscope, prisoner number 579229232, and they have just been dunked in the water. The boat has sailed off and we are currently in the water handcuffed. This could be a really short episode if the drowning DLC was activated, but it's not because it doesn't exist. Either way, you can see we have been delivered to the deliveries area on our, as I said, recently completed island, and this location specifically is our very high-risk facility. The original intention was to make a high-risk facility, and then Supermax, and then Death Row, and then do the low and medium, which is exactly what we did, and it's all got transfer. So we've got all prisoner categories included. So we've got ranging from the protective custody, low, medium, high, Supermax, Death Row. We've got all of those. We have legendary prisoners. We don't have gang members on, but we do have weather and temperature, events, obviously all of the cleared for transfer DLC stuff, all of the island bound stuff on here. We've got pretty much every type of room you can imagine. I mean, we don't have dormitories and forestries, but we do have workshops. We have a lot of the grading all set up, so it's been a very interesting and indeed probably one of the longest builds. So we're going to try and escape from this one. Now immediately you'll notice that we are set to medium risk because that's what the escape mode does. It sets you to the medium risk, which means we have to obviously get a new uniform. I'm going to put it to max speed here while we wait for ourselves to, well, wait for someone to come along and clothe us, and then we'll be escorted over to the medium risk island because the first one we made and the one we're on now is high risk, so we are not supposed to be here. So we're going to be grabbed by this guard and we are going to be taken all the way through, and we'll see how we get on. I just realised the time as well. It was probably about 5 PM when we loaded in, which was interesting. Normally you get the arrivals at 8 AM, but I think it's taking it off the previous save. It'll probably be when I last saved it, but there you are. You can see all of these prisoners who are zipping past us there. These are all high risk. We can't do anything. We can't left or right. Well, we can left or right click, but it doesn't do anything. And we can mouse over the prisoners and they'll stop, because if we had enough rep points, we'd be able to recruit them. But we don't, so we can't, and now it's now. We're going to be taking through the security room, which you can see does have some contraband. And interestingly enough, I believe also this area has some contraband as well. I think you can get a screwdriver off the ferry dock, although we can't actually see it at the moment. But I think there was a bit there. I don't know if you saw it. It just popped up around there, and there's a saw, so you can get a saw there, and there is a screwdriver there. So contraband can be gained from this location. It looks like they're taking us to garbage, which is profiling in its highest order. There we go. We'll actually decided to move us along, and deliveries is also full of loads of food, which is interesting. Obviously going through this security room, we can see loads of keys, and then we're going to be brought up to our cell. Now in terms of ways to escape, there are a couple of main ways to do it. Tunneling obviously is the ideal one. It's non-violent and you can get out relatively quickly, depending on the layout of the prison, you understand. Obviously there's also a blitz out attempt where you run out the front door. That's not really possible in this one because of how it's laid out. We have to go through a security room and multiple checkpoints with door openers and closers, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. And you can see when we get on the running track bit of the yard, we actually go really, really quick, which is interesting. And another one is to basically smash the place up, and you can break out through the wall if you use, mainly fire actually. The application of fire, we can burn through things, and I think we will try a couple of escapes. So we've been brought to our cell, which is pretty lavish actually. Walls could do with some restoration and indeed a bit of a clean-up. Bit of a wire wall and some paint wouldn't go amiss to get rid of that rust. We also have some nice carpet, albeit from the 70s. Obviously bookshelf, radio, a nice wooden bed that was probably made down here by one of the carpenters. And then obviously a nice ensuite and such. Anyway, we're going to come out, and you can see it's currently work/free time, so we can do pretty much what we want. Now, I could go in the workshop to get some digging implements, but the problem with that is the metal detectors. However, you may notice that here, and if we go further down, you can see we run a lot faster on that yard bit there, and here we have no metal detectors, so we can steal stuff and take it to ourselves without any great issue. However, there are metal detectors on this area here, so when we come into the canteen, we can't steal anything that's metal because it will get detected as we go out. But things like a spoon that's made of plastic, we can get. So that's what I'm looking for at this stage, looking for a spoon. We also need to get some rep points, and the reason for that is obviously to gain some nice reputations there. Mainly though, it's the swim one, because this is an island facility. The only way we can actually get out is to swim. Just went at a quick run around there, and I didn't see any spoons that I could pick up, which is interesting. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go down to the, I think it will be right at the bottom near the visitation, and the visitation has a lot of contraband that we can pick up. So there's mobile phones, there's the lighter, which is what I wanted, so I've picked up a lighter here, and I'm also going to go further up and probably get hold of, is it in the mailroom, a pair of scissors? I think you can get a mailroom in one of these, not the shop and not the parole, but we're going to have a quick check in the classroom. There is no contraband that I can see there. Obviously only doing a cursory one is running around. There's a nice pair of scissors there, so we will pick those pair of scissors up. And whoops, I've accidentally punched that person, so that's not what I wanted to do, but that does present us with a bit of an opportunity, and I can actually go ahead and gain some rep points. And what I mean by that is use these pair of scissors to chop the head off one of those janitors. We're gaining a lot of rep points here, but I can immediately end the fight, and that's given us 13 points. And because we ended the fight and not surrendered, because they didn't see us do this, it basically means that we don't get put anywhere else. So that's good. We're going to go for swimmer. And you've also got, can you get another one? Guess we can get another level of it, but I don't think we need to get another level of it. We're going to go up the top here. I think we'll go for pretty much one of everything, because it's only a point, isn't it? So there you are. And then the other points we'll use on other things. I'm standing next to this. I'm trying to go through, but it's actually not letting me through. Do you see that? So someone is not on the automatic door opener. I reckon this guard's also going to... I reckon they're going to escort us, because it's currently sleep time and we went here. They technically have been given an order to escort us, which means they're going to pick up and then drop us there, and then that's it. Okay, so that is now done. Alright, so we're going to sleep, which skips to the morning, which is a shower time. And what I'm going to do is, you can see up here we've got this outside area. What I want to do is take my lighter, and I want to basically set fire to everything in here, and then run out and set fire to that as well. And then we're going to go in this area, and that's a problem. You can see that it's not opening. The automatic door opener is on. It's activated, it's connected up and working, but there's just nobody staffing that control system, which means they're not letting me out. You notice now there's also some green dots here. That signals that the firefighters have been called, and oh, hang on, we've been spotted there, but if we end the fight, yeah, that's what happens. That's a problem. Once you set fire to something and you surrender, immediately what happens is the fire goes out, which is, I think, a bit of a downside actually, but there you are. So let's go back over to fire here, and then we're going to put these on fire like so, and then through the doors, and job done. So we've got more fire around there. I'm trying to open this door, but it's not happening, so instead what I'll do is I'll set fire to that door. And can we set fire through the wall? You can set fire through the wall, and you can see obviously we've got even more firefighters potentially coming in now. I'm going to hide in my cell and switch over to these pair of scissors, because I want to use those for anyone that comes and tries to stop me, namely this guy here. So he's spotted me, but he doesn't really want to go any further because of the fire, because it's not safe. This says it's now accessible, but I don't know if that's the case, because a lot of the times when it says you can go through something, you actually can't. So for example there, I can't actually get through. So I'm waiting until the fire spreads a little bit more, and I can then make it out this area. Technically I can press space to end the fight, and oh, there we go. There is our firefighters coming in now, and they are trying to put this out. And what I might do is end the fight then, because there's no reason for me to continue, because I think, yes, we can get out. So we have now managed to get out. I'm going to go around this corner. I'm trying to run as fast as possible in the water, and that should be an escape, because their taser is used. And there we go. That is a game over. Squad quickscope done. Victims 2. Shame. I'm saying shame because I was hoping to do it as a passive thing, where we just get enough points by just punching desks or whatever, and then going that way, because there's no non-violent way of gaining points in the game. And there's our score, 26. So not we weren't going for score, we weren't going for a massive amount of people, but it shows you very easily. it's very easy to escape from this thing. You simply set fire to the outer wall, it burns down, you walk out and swim out. Okay, let's try a tunneling attempt next. So once again, loading into our facility, we are prisoner Chief, or Chiffre, and we are prisoner number 5792292. And the same thing is going to happen as previously. So we are going to be escorted into the reception. We will be searched, we will be stripped, and then given a new uniform, which is exactly the same colour here. And then we'll be taken to our new... Oh no, it doesn't look like were we given a new uniform there? Didn't know. I was actually looking at all the people coming in, not looking at what happened here. I don't think we did. Anyway, it matters not. We're going to get it dirty anyway when we do some tunneling, although tunneling could be a bit of an issue because, as we've seen, that the only real way to tunnel is using, well, basically spoons and such, but we can't actually get them. Well, at least I didn't see them, so we'll see how we get on. So escorted up to, looks to be probably the same cell as previous, and we want to try and tunnel out. Previously, we just set fire to things and then ran out, but we'll still need the swimming trait. We still need to be able to swim. That's just one common theme with these escapes, because I don't think you can use the helicopters or anything. We had a look at that previously. Maybe you can. I just never had any success or anything. But I have a feeling not, because escape mode is a very fun mode and actually quite a useful mode to sort of stress test your own facility, but it's not very fleshed out. I've said this every time we do these escape modes. I would love to see a much more expanded escape mode where you can trade with people and, you know, join gangs and manage stuff. That would be really cool. Anyway, waiting for this boat to take us across the ferry to the other side, which is now done. And then obviously we'll be brought up to garbage and round. Look at that. That seems to be the pathfinding for the game. They want to go up through here and then round. It's very strange indeed. But then we'll be brought down and then through here. Like I said, a blitz mode would probably not work because you have to go through 1, 2, 3 doors, which are under control of this door control system. And obviously these guys don't want. The other option is that we get a big group together and then we can basically just smash that up and then all these doors open. That's something that we could possibly look at doing. And it probably wouldn't be too difficult, but we'll see how we get on. So we can see their prisoner, I think Wirtz there, had something in their hand. They were flashing something in their hand there. I think it was a bottle of booze or something like that. You can see the helicopter just rushing overhead. Gymnasium not accessible by ourselves because we are medium risk, and that's only accessible by lower risk. That was to do with the grading, so we can upgrade it so prisoners have a desire to transfer over, which I think I mentioned previously. I'm also going to do something that oh yeah, it is actually the exact same cell. Must be the only free cell in this save. There you are. Anyway, running out, I'm going to do something which I know is going to fail, but I just wanted to try it. So this is our yard, and you can see we've got these punching bags here. If I punch them, yeah, it does actually class as violent. So even though I'm doing pretty much what the punching bags are designed to do, we can see that they are not. Yeah, they're not actually strangely doing anything. Like, like they're not increasing our stats like they should or anything like that. It's not going to give us traits, and also it just breaks them rather than, you know, uses them. Anyway, we're going to skip the punishments there, which is going to cost a single point, and then we're going to go over to swimmer, and then we're going to come out and we're going to look for some digging implements. Another option would be to go into the workshop and try and get... Oh, there's a pick straight away, so we could get that pick. And I've just realised that there's no flooring underneath that. Literally unfinished. And yeah, the other option is to run around. We'll get... I don't think another pick will spawn. I think once you grab something, in this case pick up a pick, I think it randomizes the locations of all the contraband within that room. And then I think it also limits the amount that you can get of one thing. So I've seen a saw. There's the drill there. And let's see what else we've got. So I know that as soon as we leave through here, the metal detector will it ignite, because this is a homemade pick, which is just wood, so it may not set off that metal detector. well, we'll try it, because, no, it didn't actually set off the metal detector. My intention was to basically do a very quick blitz out attempt, have a pick or two, quickly go through that, and then leg it as fast as possible. Anyway, I'm going to right-click to start the tunnel, and right-click to enter the tunnel, and then we are now going to hold left-click and keep tunneling to the right-hand side. We know the patrol routes of the guards, and we've seen one already there. This is obviously taking a little bit of time to dig through, simply because of the foundation and such. If it was just standard ground or whatever, then it wouldn't take nowhere near as long. And I don't think we're going to get out with just one pick. I think we're going to... I'm just going to put it to high speed as well. I think we'll just end up getting to the wall, and then it'll stop. So we need... Nope, that's it. That's all we've managed to do. So let's right-click to exit the tunnel, and then it's currently eat time, which is probably a decent opportunity for me to go and see if I can grab another... There's a random shell there. Grab another digging implement or two. I would like to get some spoons. I mean, I'll settle for pretty much anything at this stage. So in here, and oh, I've actually tripped the metal detector. I don't know if you saw that. I tripped the metal detector as I came in, which is strange, because I know I've got nothing on me, but metal detectors are known to have a fake call there, and that tripped again when that person went through it. So maybe they were just near it or something. Maybe that happened. But anyway, I'm just running through here trying to find anything that I can dig with, but I'm not seeing anything. Nothing's actually popping up unless it's popping up behind this, which is not uncommon. No, I'm not seeing anything at all there. Okay, so we're gonna have to head back to our cell, but I'll see if I can do that. But instead of what I'll do is I'll go via the workshop. Ah, darn it! So we've had a shift change by the look of it. We're going to be searched here. They're not going to find anything on us, but then we're going to be escorted to the cell. Okay. I was going to say, we've had a shift change there, which is why the door opener didn't open. It didn't open for us. We've been escorted to our cell there. In fact, we've been escorted to bed and tucked in, which is nice of them. We'll click sleep, and then we'll go to the next morning. And then, once again, we're going to go and try and find another digging implement. This time, we're going to go for another pick. Instead of... I was going to... There's a screwdriver. I was going to go back to the canteen, but we've had, let's say, limited success there. So I think we'll restrict ourselves to this, which is good enough. And here we go. So once again, digging away. You can see we're able to get that one extra space very quickly because we ran out of pick. We ran out of pick as we were working on that bit, but it does still count. And that should be it. So we need to right-click to dig up, and then right-click to exit the tunnel, and that is us. So that is another passive way out, and quite an easy one. There you go. So it was only a couple of spaces digging, and then through the wall was the main one. 14 hours, 53 minutes. Weren't even in here a day. Okay, let's try a not-so-passive run. Okay, third time's a charm for this one, and we actually have been given a Featherstone. Prisoner Featherstone, prisoner number the same as before. We are now going to be brought to our cell, which is going to, by the look of it, be the exact same one. And this time we want to break out of the front door, and the best way of doing that is probably with a group of people. So we need to gain some rep points and then fight our way out the front. Now obviously that's going to be quite difficult because there are going to be guards stationed there. We know of minimum of 2 because one will be stationed on the automatic door opener, or at least should be. We've seen times when they are not. And secondly, one will be on the... Well, one's on the door control system and the other is on the phone tap. It's also designated as a security room, which is staff only, which means that there will probably be a couple of guards hanging around there anyway, because guards tend to congregate around the security room by default, and it being staff only, they will not voluntarily open the door for us to go inside, and that means that we have to fight our way in. Now, the advantage that we have is that it's very, very close to the outside, and there are only 3 doors from the prisoner area to the outside where there's no fences. So we only need to realistically bust down 3 doors. However, it gets better than that, because if we bust through the first door, we then have access to the automatic door opener, the door control system. We smash that up, and all of the doors connected to that system will be automatically opened up. So we only really have to do one door. Once the door's been opened, we then go for the door control system. That'll open all the doors, and then we run out. It does mean that we need all of the people in the gang that we bring in. It means that we need all of them to have the swim trait, because we don't just want to have one person with the swim trait and the rest just there as sort of muscle. You know, if one gets incapacitated with a taser or just generally beaten down, then if that's a swimmer, then we're not going to be able to escape, even if we can get outside. So the best thing to do will be to get a lot of rep points, have, I would say, about 5 or 6 people would be ideal, and then go from there. You can see we are being brought through the security room that I mentioned, and then we're going to go up. And we do need to gather loads of rep points. Now, we shouldn't see any armed guards or snipers over here, but because of the way the game's pathfinding works, that guy's got some contraband, I think, there. Because of the game's pathfinding and just choices that it makes, it seems to send some guards with armed guards and the snipers over to this kitchen, the staff canteen and the staff room. So yeah, we may end up running into a surprise, or indeed wild guard. A wild guard has appeared. They use shotgun, it's super effective. Anyway, being escorted to our cell here, and what we need to do is get some rep points, and probably the way to do that is to basically get hold of some weapons and start fighting. Although previously we've seen that just smashing up the yard seemed to work quite well. Although what I might do is have a look in the common room. Actually will probably be a good one, because there's loads of chairs and such, and it's not patrolled regularly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, getting all of these points where I can. There you go. I'm not going to attack any prisoner. I don't really want to be fighting that. You can see we are gaining a decent amount of rep points here, which is good. I'm trying to dodge the taser, but it didn't work out. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to immediately skip punishments and then go to reputations and just go along the list and just get full reputations. Now that we've done that, once again, it's a case of rinse and repeat. So out here, onto the running track because it's quicker, and I'm just going to start punching these things because, you know, it's closer and it's a bit more efficient. So I'm not actually destroying these. There's the dog coming after us. I don't particularly want to harm the dog, but I have actually just punched it once and killed it twice, which is something I was trying to avoid, but there you are. We might as well bust our way into the gym, because why not? We're already doing illegal stuff anyway. I say illegal. It's let's stand on here and see if any of the the guards want to come and stop us. We'll challenge them to a bit of a fight. Ironically, I'm actually punching a boxing ring, and I think I'll be able to destroy it. And there you are. And because there's no guards around, I can press space to end the fight, and that ends it. So we are now still full with all of the reputations, and we don't have to spend any on trying to get out, so that's fine. So I'm just once ahead going around here, just punching chairs, anything that gains us rep points. I would very much like to be a more passive escape mode in the game somehow, but there you are. And you can see some of the things we are hitting and breaking, some of them we're just damaging. I'm trying to farm a couple of 100 points, really, is what we'd ideally need. Remember, every single person that we recruit, we need to have every single person that we recruit. There we go. We want to. I wonder if we break the radiator. Will it make it up? Will it just make it? No, we don't have a water leak. Okay. Yeah, every person we recruit, we want to give at least the swimming trait. I mean, we'll have a lot of traits here. Oh, I've actually punched a prisoner there, and looks like we are fighting. And we'll go up to a normal speed here, and he's got a set of keys there. So is he going to be fighting me? He's going to be fighting me. So there you are. I was going to actually just let them crack on. There we are. And now we're up to how many points? We're on to 22 rep points plus 59. If we press space to end the fight there, we are then back to that 70 odd points. And because people have already come in here to, I'm going to drop that taser there. It's actually better for me to just use fists because you attack faster, I think. I think the attack speed is a bit quicker. Anyway, because the the workers are coming in to repair this, it means we are pretty much able to farm this with impunity. It's not really a big issue there. And it looks like we have another guard coming after us with a taser. I'm going to come out here. Ah, the got us. Okay, so we'll just say skip punishments once again. And we now have a decent amount of points. I'm going to skip to the next morning as well now. And it is shower. Now, I think... yeah, not only if it was shower time, which it is, and we had an actual shower, it would be alright, it would be quicker, but, well, we don't. So let's just go back to here, and once again, we're going to start farming some points there. So punching up the punching bags, punching up the tyre wall thing, and just keep attacking. I said about 200 points. I think we'll probably not do 200 points. We'll go for about maybe 120, which we're closing to... oh, sure, we're very close to now anyway. Another little session in the common room, I think, would be realistic. So just start punching these computers. I mean, these computers have seen a fair bit of abuse as of late, but they are quite an old computer, so you know they're probably quite sturdy. And looks like the guard has tasers. Oh, right. So it looks like the tased us, and it didn't work out. So we are able to. Looks like fight away here, and I'm just trying to... nah, there we go, we've been tased. But I can skip punishment for 1 rep, and that should be enough points for our needs. So I'm going to go to max speed, and which in this case is only the next one along rather than the other two. And it should just go to yard time now. So we're going to go to a yard, and let's see... none of them are over that one? No. Looks like they're going to come up here. Alright, so we're going to try and recruit some people. So this is prisoner swatting. So we're going to go for those. And we'll make sure they have swimmer. So any traits that they have is a bonus. But the main thing is just to get these swimmer traits on them. And obviously we're going to try and use up all of these rep points here. And we've got Edwards there, who's strong and extremely quick. You can see the prisoners are following us. In fact, they're actually using the stuff in here as well. Extremely quick, strong and extremely quick. So that's pretty good. Because of the stuff that we have here, like the punch bags, they're actually gaining these traits. So, yeah, that's pretty alright. And there's strong and extremely quick once again. This is Vandery, a name we recognise from previously. And there is all of our points. We're going to go for strong across the board, and they're all following us. So I think we'll try and do our escape here. It seems that they are all following us. We'll go for tough across the board as well, and then close that down, and let's see what happens. So as I said, we need to bust through this door here, then break that, and then run out. We all have across the board in reputation. We all have swimmer, so that's fine. So let's attempt this. So we... actually, we'll wait for this. We'll wait for these to come along, and we'll just bust in and start taking this out. They're going that way. I'll wait for this door to open then, because they're going to open it like that, and then we'll go straight in, and our objective is to take this door control system out. As soon as that door control system is gone, you can see all of the doors open, and we are legging it. So it's across the way and then down, so you can see everybody's following us. Looks like they're actually punching a couple of things anyway. I just want to try and punch a helicopter, because I've never done that in my life, and I don't think I'm going to get to say that again, but there you are. And we can now start to swim, although we do have limited stamina, and we have been tasered and killed. So it looks like Featherstone has died. This is why we didn't want to just have one person. So one's got away. Some of them are getting beaten up, but sadly, yeah, Featherstone, I really would have liked those to have gotten out, but it doesn't look like they're going to. And a lot of these guys that are actually fighting, because they're in the water while they're doing that, they've been using some of this stamina. So I think we will have these basically die in the channel. There's unconscious, and that's going to be it. So I think we'll have to get rid of Featherstone, get rid of those, and that's a game over. So we did have a squad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. A couple have escaped. I think it was 3 escaped there. Victims is, well, we've got a worker, a guard, a low-risk prisoner, a janitor, and a dog. 175 score, time taken 16 hours. So there's 3 different ways of escape. First one, basically set fire to the wall and run out. Quite easy. Second one, tunneling. Probably arguably not as easy, but a much more passive build. And then this one, which was not really a blitz out, but it shows you that if you get 1 or 2 prisoners, with the right, or in this, I guess, wrong traits, depending on how you look at it. All I have to do is break through that door. We didn't even have to break through it. We just wait for the guard to come along, smash that door control system up, and then just run out. So either way, that has been a bit of escaping in Prison Architect. If you want to see more, by all means, let us know. Hopefully that has been an interesting one, and it is a useful tool to see sort of where the holes are in the prison. Would I change anything based on that? Probably not, because realistically, the wall around the outside, we're quite good. But remember, this doesn't take into account the prisoner's behaviour naturally within the facility. So the prisoners that are at that medium and low risk area are wanting to behave to get more stuff. They don't want to be moved back to high risk, and they certainly want to keep access to all of the amenities that they've been afforded. So yeah, and all the privileges that they've been afforded. Either way, hope it has been enjoyable and a bit of a mess around for yourself. Hope it has been good. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.